Alright YouTube, as you can see, I got a new toy. It's a Dillon XL650. When I bought it, I did not buy the case feeder. As you can see, I have a Lee case feeder hooked up to it. I guess you could call it a semi-automatic case feeder. But anyway, this video is mainly just to show you what I did in order to make this case feeder work. I did not do any permanent modifications to the press. In fact, if you would take this thing off and the bracket that I made, you'd never even know it was ever on there. But anyway, I just wanted to show you how I did it in case anybody else wants to make one. I'll get this out of the way so you can see it better. I'm going to paint it, but right now it's unpainted. So, it's just a piece of flat stock. It might be like 1/8 of an inch thick or something, I'm not sure. Just cut it to the same length as the width of the press. Use the existing bolt holes right down through the strong mount. Go to the other side here. If I can get a view of this. See how it's not even touching the press itself. I put the washers under it. Well, there's a washer under it on this side, and on the other side there's the chute for the completed bullets that come out. It goes in under the bracket over there. That's actually how that normally mounted anyway, so just put a washer on this side to space it out evenly, and there you go. So flat piece of steel on the bottom, welded a 1x1 piece of steel tubing, really thin walled stuff. It's nothing heavy duty, it doesn't need to be. I forget how long it was, but if anybody wants measurements, I can measure it easy enough for you. Up to there, and then another piece of flat steel. I cut this slot in it, so all I would have to do is loosen this, and that whole thing will slide out and come right off if needed. If I would ever need to empty this or whatever, say you get a .40 caliber state case stuck in there, you got to take it off and dump them out. So, in order to do this, all I did was cut another piece of this flat stock, 1 inch long. It's already 1 inch wide, so it's a 1 inch square at that point. Drilled a hole in the middle of that piece of 1 inch square flat stock and welded a nut to the one side of it, flipped it upside down so the nut is in here, and welded around the top of that. And I don't know if you'll be able to see if I can get a decent close-up of it. Yeah, kinda. But anyway, there's just a nut on a plate welded on there. There's another view of the slot, and then it just comes out here with a single hole in the end. And this bolt here I'm going to cut off. Doesn't need to be that long, and really doesn't hurt anything. I guess I could let it there, but I'll probably cut it off to make it look better. And like I said, I will be painting that at some point. I'm going to try to find a blue that's somewhat close to this. I've done some reading, and Rust-Oleum makes a color. I forget what it's called, but it's supposed to be pretty close. It'll be close enough. But yeah, that's pretty much all I did, and it looks high in the film, but it's easy to reach. Just dump your cases in there, shake it around, they all fall down the right direction in most cases, and there's your case feeder. Until I can afford the Dillon anyway. Who knows, I might just let this one on here. But that's the video. If you have any questions, please ask. I'll be glad to help you out. I thought about trying to make a couple of these up and selling them, but it's kind of time consuming, especially to make that slot, because I don't have a milling machine. But yeah, that's my Dillon XL650 with a Lee case feeder. I probably won't be doing any kind of reviews or anything on the 650. I mean, it's well known. There's plenty of other reviews on it. It's an awesome machine. Yeah. The only add-ons I got really were the powder check, and not from Dillon, but I got this little tube adapter thing here for the spent primers. Just comes down, drilled a hole through my bench, and it goes in there with all my other spent primers, junk brass, and that's that. And I'll probably also eventually get the little bottle that catches the live primers if you miss a case, because if you're familiar with these at all, sometimes when they come down to shoot they jump right out. But for the most part it catches them, so especially if there's already one or two laying in there, there's a better chance of them stopping instead of flying out. But yeah, there you go guys. If you have any questions, let me know. See ya.